Hey YouTube, it's ShryphonX here. Today we're going to be talking about Boruto, 2 Blue Vortex, Chapter 23. Like and subscribe for more content. In the previous Boruto, 2 Blue Vortex chapter, Jura successfully canceled Boruto's most potent technique, Rasengan, Yuzuviko, using the same method as creating tailed beast balls. Chapter 23 of Boruto, 2 Blue Vortex is titled The Strong. This chapter comprises 40 pages. The cover page features Jura, Jojo, posing with his signature teal background, the same color as the cloak he wears. Editor's note: Mitsuki, fighting alone, defeated Claw Grime. Then, on Boruto's orders, Konohamaru joined up with him. The chapter commences with Mitsuki successfully eliminating the Claw Grimes using Sage Mode. For those who perceive this as a foolish decision, it's important to remember that the Claw Grimes are the reason the sentient Shinju even exist. After being rescued by Boruto in the previous chapter, Konohamaru appears in the scene. Mitsuki carries the unconscious Sarada on his back. 2 chapters ago, Sarada used her Mangekyo Sharingan, Ohairum, to defeat Ryu, leaving her exhausted from the exertion. Konohamaru informs Mitsuki that Araya pursued Ryu's Thorn Soul, and Mitsuki expresses his intention to visit the location where Shinki transformed into a tree. While acknowledging the loss of Yodo, Konohamaru expresses his understanding that the sentient divine trees pose formidable foes demanding exceptional resolve. He expresses his happiness if the team succeeds in retrieving the Thorn Soul. After recounting how Boruto saved him, Konohamaru discloses that eliminating Boruto holds a higher priority for the sentient divine trees than retrieving the Thorn Souls, which are their comrades' lives. Mitsuki intends to support Boruto in his ongoing battle against Jura, but Konohamaru discourages it, emphasizing that their mission is solely to retrieve the Thorn Souls. Boruto had comprehended that he needed to distract Jura to save his comrades. Mitsuki expresses concern, showcasing his unwavering loyalty to Boruto despite still being under omnipotence. Konohamaru wonders if Boruto has some sort of plan. We return to the confrontation with Jura, where Boruto is still grappling with the aftermath of Jura's tailed beast bomb from the previous chapter. While the bomb missed a crucial spot, the damage was far greater than he had anticipated. Jura identifies the primary flaw in his tailed beast bomb as its wind-up motion. Jura contemplates 2 options: sniping from a distance using the rifle-type tailed beast bomb or employing a close-range scatter type, one to defeat a formidable opponent like Boruto. Jura charges forward, executing a graceful and stylish maneuver, flying headfirst while holding his hands in his pockets. As a counter to Boruto's kunai, Jura fires a smaller tailed beast bomb. However, Boruto swiftly uses the kunai to teleport behind Jura, employing the Flying Thunder God technique. Boruto acknowledges that Jura still surpasses him in terms of physical power. Before Boruto could fully unsheath his sword, Jura disarmed him, causing the sword to fall. However, Boruto stumbled and retrieved the sword to cut off Jura's right foot, which Jura complimented him on. Jura continued lunging at Boruto with his middle fingers coated in Code's claw-mark material. The first sneak peek is on page 14, where Boruto unleashes his purple lightning, which seemingly shocked Jura. While the move merely raised Jura's hair, Jura remarked that Boruto's movements had become sluggish. Since aiming for Boruto clumsily with the tailed beast bomb had not worked, Jura decided to end the fight quickly by beating him to death. Meanwhile, Konohamaru and Mitsuki arrived at the area Boruto had designated. Mitsuki wondered what was in the area, but Konohamaru told him not to ask, as he didn't know. Returning to the fight, Jura threw Boruto to the ground and prepared to fire a tailed beast bomb at him. Boruto flew up to escape, leading to page 20, the second sneak peek. In this sneak peek, Jura leaves a crack on Boruto's sword and kicks him away. From afar, Ida expressed her inability to watch the scene. This sneak peek provides a good glimpse into Ida's character, as she is not portrayed as a Kawaki simp. Instead, she is shown to be a prominent ally of Boruto's, wanting him to stop Kawaki's dark path and possibly even caring for him beyond her guilt for the omnipotence incident. Koji himself is visibly worried as he bows his head. Ida persists in her request for Koji to respond, but Koji advises her to be quiet for a moment, as the update is coming. Yes, like all of us, Koji is also aware of the leaks of the Boruto manga. 10 Directions reveals 4 new scenes, and what is clearly visible is Jura covering his right eye, Boruto falling, and Himawari. Koji is shocked as we focus on Jura covering his right eye. Jura looks down at Boruto, who is still holding Sasuke's sword. Flying up, Jura declares that in honor of his courage, he will give Boruto a quick death. Suddenly, a rod pierces Jura's right eye. Oh, those Ishiki rods. We haven't seen those since. It's Kawaki Uzumaki. Kawaki stands on Jura's back and expresses no surprise to see that Jura would still be alive even with a rod to the face. We return to Ida, who is worried about what Koji saw. Koji explains that the last update was 6 days ago, and Kawaki's involvement was a development he has never seen before. Koji realizes that Boruto must have told Kawaki something and altered the future, which went against Koji's orders. Boruto subtly defying Koji's orders to not interfere with the future was something I hadn't considered, but it was very in character, despite the risks to their strategy. It wasn't necessarily about what happens to the timeline, as there are multiple paths seen in 10 Directions. However, Kawaki's involvement in this fight seemed to be out of the premonitions. Meanwhile, Mitsuki looks around for a flying thunder god technique mark. Suddenly, Delta appears, flying above them, finally having found Kinomaru, Mitsuki, and Sarada. We return to the Jura fight as Jura attempts to attack Kawaki, but Kawaki shrinks himself with Sukuna Hikona and hurls more rods that pierce through Jura's formidable body. Jura unleashes a tailed beast bomb, but Kawaki manages to dodge it. He then heads toward Boruto. For the first time since their 3-year separation, Kawaki addresses Boruto as his damn brother and urges him to get up. Boruto responds that Kawaki is the one who is lagging behind, while Jura observes the sudden surge in Kawaki's power. This development caught Kawaki off guard. Before his limiter removal, he was not strong enough to inflict such damage on Jura. Boruto had anticipated Kawaki's appearance in the fight against Jura. As Boruto rises, Kawaki warns him to regain control, threatening to kill him if he loses control. Kawaki assumes his stance, and he and Boruto challenge Jura. Delta might have been the catalyst that brought Kawaki to this point and also rescued the other Leaf Ninja. This alteration could potentially save the future, as 2 Otsutsuki vessels are now engaged in a confrontation with the Ten Tails himself. The outcome of the next chapter remains uncertain. Will it lead to a victory, a shift in the status quo, or a far more dire future? Editor's note: the blade that cleaves open fate swings only once. Even if one side falters, the other strikes without hesitation. Thank you for watching this video. Please like and subscribe for more content. ShryphonX out.